I saw a lot of comments saying this, so I really want to make a video addressing exactly this specific point. Is Shib dead? And simply put, no, it's not dead at all. Now, whether you're a believer, whether you're a hater, I think you need to listen to what I have to say. And instead of going la 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 la, you need to hear the facts when it comes to Shiba Inu. I've seen some people say, yeah, Shib price isn't moving. That means it's dead. No, that doesn't mean that it's dead. Right now, Shib is just very involatile. There is not a lot of big price swings one way or the other. When we look at Shib right now, there's still $72 million, $73 million a day worth of volume. It's fluctuating between here and 100 million. It's still a $5 billion with a B dollar market cap. Shib is actually quite strong. All right. The fact that it's not volatile is a very good thing. The fact that it's not retracing and dropping to lower lows is a good thing. I wasn't going to show this yet, but when we look at the Shib charts, ignore the blue lines for a second, Shib is actually still in an uptrend. Despite people saying that it's dead and it's not moving and it's not going anywhere, Shib is still in an uptrend. It's still on its path to the upside. It's just taking a while to get there, right? This trend has basically been set since the beginning of June. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. We're continuing on this path. Now, I want to remind people of something. Shib is still very early in its life cycle, okay? It's still finding its direction. Now, Shib has had a lot of strength during this market cycle, and a really good way to show this is when we look at what Ethereum did during its first bear market cycle. All right, this blue chart here actually shows what Ethereum did. And you can see, compared to the Shib chart, it's actually quite consistent. There are times where Ethereum was stronger, and there are times where Shib was stronger and had bigger pumps. Now, the only difference here is obviously Ethereum had 2.5 years of runway and adoption before actually getting to this point where Shib was at. All right, Shib only had about a year here. All right, so that's really where the difference lies. Now, what I will remind people too is that Ethereum had points where it dropped well below this ratio to Shib. Okay, there were periods where people might have called Ethereum dead, but they didn't, right? That's what I think is comical about this whole thing. People think too much about price, and they don't pay attention to the metrics. I saw someone say that whales and rich people are bleeding us dry from our positions. No, they're not. Actually, the whale net inflow has been positive. The whale net flow has been positive for quite some time. They've been slowly but surely accumulating and adding to their bags. The data shows us exactly that. I don't know why people choose to argue with on-chain data and numbers. It's simple fact. We know that whales are removing liquidity from exchanges. They're buying their Shib and they're removing it. They're not allowing it to sit there. That indicates typically long-term hold times. We know that the Shib mindset is long-term. We know it's one of the longest held coins in all of crypto. Yes, there are a lot of people that are in the red right now. I think we talked about that yesterday, like 67% of holders. But that's because the best times in a market cycle aren't until you get to post-halving. All right. If we get back here in September, August, and Shib isn't pumping and following this trend that Ethereum set, if we're not somewhere up in this range, then sure, you could call it either not even necessarily dead. You could call it a slow mover. It may not do what you thought it would. But the thing is that's where Shib has some of its lowest liquidity. That's where Shib price can move the fastest. And guess what, guys? It takes time to get through these market cycles. People so quickly, they so quickly want a pump. They want to have it do 100x and go buy a mansion somewhere. Guys, that's not always how it works. All right. The chances of having a coin that's going to do that and pop that quick isn't very likely. I've had coins that have done 10x's. They're purely a guess. You never know what something is going to do. Whether it's a listing, a new pop, or a new coin that catches on, something like that, that typically doesn't happen. It's about the long-term vision, about the process, the path. Actually, when we look at Shib right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing on the RSI here. We're actually beginning to flip around and starting to show some strength here around this 43 level. We're toying with this signal line, and that indicates that Shib trends may be changing. This downtrend, this correction that we've actually been in over the last, month or so, this drop here, it looks like it's about to actually flip around and start working its way back to the upside. This is how people mess things up in market cycles. Right when things are about to change and start looking good, that's when people FUD themselves out of their bags. Now, again, this isn't to convince people or anything like that. I think it's important that people just have the facts, all right? You need to understand what is actually going on outside of the charts. You need to pay attention to the metrics, the optics, what big money is doing. Right now, those things are all good when it comes to Shib. The market just simply isn't doing much right now. So give it time. Again, you can always do what you want. If you want to sell your bag, fine. If you want to buy more, fine. Me personally, I've been accumulating. I've been adding to my bag because I understand the long-term vision for the crypto market. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Show your support below. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.